I'd like to welcome you to the show, to the show, to the show. Introduce you to me, introduce you to me. Hope you like what you see, baby, hope you like what you see. I would like to welcome you to the show, to the show, to the show. Introduce you to me, introduce you to me. Give me something to talk about, talk about. I'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight. You're looking so nice. Hey, we shining bright. I would like to sing for you a couple songs that I wrote, but let me clear my throat so I could get something different than I did last time. I would like to propose a toast. Salute. May all your whole year and close.
What's up, everybody, man? Welcome to Living Room TRT. We are your homeboy. I'm sorry. We're actually getting rid of this.
Some comedy today.
Yeah, we're actually getting rid of this system now. So hopefully we won't have that problem again. We're getting rid of the system. It's crazy, I know. It's just mind-boggling, the system. It's old. It's time for an upgrade. But anyway, tonight's show is about identity theft. And I'm sorry.
You say identity theft and then you laugh.
I didn't laugh at identity theft,
but
I'm laughing at the
somebody
fact.
Listening might think differently.
You're absolutely right. Mm-hmm. I do apologize. I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at the fact that we need to upgrade in our equipment. That's what I was laughing at. Anyway, I want to start this off this way. So I'm not sure if I was having we were conversing about identity theft, and I had to say this. I'm not sure if I contribute to my own identity theft. And the reason why I say that is because every time you sign up for one of these major companies, whether you're banking, credit cards, however you do it, they are actually selling your name across seas to overseas accounts to help them get along with what they were doing. What's so funny? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You seem to have blended about 3 different sentences into one sentence.
I did.
I'm listening, I'm like, what in the world?
What did I say?
I don't know. That's what the question was.
I'm baffled because you can still hear even the part of the system is crazy. You can hear it, and it's driving me crazy. But I was too tired to go through anything today. I didn't want to go through it. So anyway,
but we're here about identity theft and how it affects people. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been hacked?
Yeah.
Somebody got calls about a credit card that you really don't own and things like that.
Yeah.
Tell me about your experience.
Not the greatest feeling in the world. Not the greatest feeling in the world. First of all, it's hard to get out of.
Yeah. Out of the debt that identity theft
not even
put you in.
Not even the debt. It's out of the collector's hands. So what I'm saying is, it's a possibility if you can prove that your identity was stolen, mm-hmm. that the money you're not responsible for, right?
Doesn't always come off, and it doesn't always get paid by.
No. That's why they have insurance.
Whoever you use. Well,
right.
We talking about credit cards and things.
Right.
Some cards don't come with insurance. Some companies don't insure maybe the full amount or whatever percentage they do cover based on any type of theft. But it goes a long way. It goes. Sometimes if you can be built up on debt for a while before you realize it. Somebody could max you out on a few credit cards that you never knew you had.
And see, that's where I have a problem with, because let's just say somebody did take something from me, mm-hmm. by the way of Chase. Let's use Chase. One of the number one banks in the world. When you call their number, their 800 number, mm-hmm. you're actually getting a representative overseas. right? Am I correct?
I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know for sure.
Okay.
You can't tell where the person is from that you're calling. They could be down the block or they could be down the river.
My bad. I thought the last time we had a conversation, you told me that the reason why these companies sell your identity to people overseas.
Well,
right?
that's why I said when you started off the conversation, you kind of mixed in 3 different sentences into one. First of all, we don't know where they're calling from, but based on certain things you call on, you might get somebody that's foreign, and you can tell they're not local.
Right.
Now, in that aspect, one of the things that have come to mind is that why is someone first you're not thinking of this person really being. I'm gonna just mention a country. Let's say India. You're not thinking that the person you're talking to is in India
Right.
about your financial situation that you're
Right.
having with a local bank.
Right.
That's the first thing you're not thinking about. So when you have the conversation that's saying that that's a possibility, that's when your mind start going, is it really? And if you're talking to somebody in India about your financial information, the length of, I would say, that conversation wave and the ability of how many times it could be interrupted, wouldn't that pose as a threat?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
You know what? Hold on. Excuse me. You know why I say that? When I was paused because I was reading something. I realized as I'm reading, I'm looking at consumer advice for the Federal Trade Commission, right? And they give you about top 10 people who can help you with your identity theft, right? And I'm looking at it and I'm saying, damn, all these companies have the opportunity to have your social security number, your address, everything else. All these companies. So who's the person that's giving out all this information to be released in your name that you don't know about? You understand what I mean? Somebody has to give these companies the
Don't
right
say
of
the word permission.
Somebody has to give them permission to be able to use our names the way they're doing it.
So everybody's going by the permission on whether they pass your information on. That's what you're
Well,
saying.
I'm trying to think if maybe they print a file that maybe once you lock into one company, all top 10 companies or 20 companies get a whole alert about that. Because that it just seems kind of weird as I'm really,
When you really sit back and think about it.
Yeah, because it's telling you how you can protect yourself. How can you protect yourself, the people you trust your money with, because those are the people who are selling your name.
Those are the people that's making your name and your information available.
Right.
I wouldn't say those are the people that are selling your name.
Well, I mean, to where it looks like here, the way they're explaining it to me is that people, they ask you certain permission. It's your social security number. Once they lock it to your social security number, all your identity is exposed. So my thing is, the big companies say that I guess it looks like they're under a lot of pressure. They can't do all the stuff, and so certain names and numbers, according to what I'm reading, they turn over to overseas companies, and I guess it's because it does benefit for them tax wise, money wise. If I'm a person who owns a business, I understand.
So you're talking about somebody who has business deals with overseas.
Right.
And if they're a business within the United States that deals with individuals' information, then your information can be compromised.
So let me just read something if I may.
Right.
It says, other organizations that may ask for your social security number might not really need it. Those organizations include medical provider, a
That is
company,
correct.
or your child's school. Ask these questions before you give them your social security number. And they give you a list of questions to ask. Why do you need it? How will you protect it? Can you use a different identifier? Can you use just the last 4 digits of my social security number? Now, my thing is, if you are part of a company already, and this company already has a social security number, it's a
Right.
possibility that companies may sell your information overseas to lessen their pocket. Can I say that?
What do you mean to lessen their pocket?
Tax forms, revenue.
Wouldn't you think it'd be more of an individual based, individual situation than a company?
I couldn't tell you what it would be.
But that's what I would think.
I
I would think it'd be an individual within the company that would sell your information than saying that the company would do it.
I don't know because I'm not the one stealing.
Okay.
So I don't know.
So you're-
To me, that's
you're-
stealing.
Okay.
I said it. I don't care. That's stealing.
Of course it's stealing.
If you take my information and you're selling it overseas, and it is funny
Why
because
is it just overseas? you're
because
focusing on?
I'm saying when you call, this is my opinion. No one else's. Please do not direct. It's my opinion, but it's my opinion that when you call overseas,
When you call overseas?
or when you call the 800 number, you're connected overseas.
Okay.
That's my belief. No one else's. I'm not trying to put anyone on the spot. I'm putting myself on the spot. It is my understanding that they're selling your number overseas, and these people could do what they want.
Now, why? If the businesses here in the U.S. are dealing with businesses overseas, and the businesses of people's information, they're gonna have that going back and forth. Would you say?
What I'm thinking right now is the same people they sell.
You keep saying sell.
I'm saying it, and I'm not going to change it. The same people they sell or provide our numbers to overseas, through the seas, under the rock. I don't give a damn. Whoever they giving it to are the same people who are calling us back on our scam calls. Because they have our information and they put our information in certain rotations and certain call logs that people don't want. And these are the people who you supposed to say, oh, they're protecting your name. How are you protecting my name if I'm getting 1,000 calls a day about some shit I don't even need? Who calls somebody phone? Because you get calls like, oh, well, we was checking the warranty on your car. Well, what's my name? How can you call my phone and ask me if my warranty on my car is all right if you do not know my name? What's my name? What's my name?
In other words, why are you calling me if you don't know my name?
To me, that's personal. If you're going to call me about my car, that's personal. No? That's personal information. How did you get that information? How did you get this number? And then the thing that really kills me and why I tell people I believe...
What's the responses that you have gotten?
I hang up.
When they can't tell you where they got it from?
If you can't give me my information straight off the top, then I hang up the phone. I don't waste my time.
So what if they pick up the phone and say your government name,
Right.
and then still go on to say we're calling to update your car's warranty? They already know who you are because they mentioned your name.
So here's my thing. In order for you to get my name, you had to look at. There are certain people, and I believe certain car companies can do this too, where they can look up certain registries. I do believe there are certain registries that are available for people to use.
So they are connected.
They are connected. It's a rotten, dirty thing to do.
It's a rotten, dirty thing.
A rotten, dirty thing.
It is nasty though. It is nasty. People have lost their whole lives due to identity theft. People have lost their homes. There's scams of people losing their homes. Somebody getting a deed to your house while you living in it.
Is it really identity theft though?
Yeah.
If you're giving up the information?
If you're misusing it, wouldn't that be a theft? And isn't it your
No,
identity?
If
Go ahead.
it's misappropriate. It's like almost having, I would say, misappropriation of the funds.
Misappropriating funds that are not yours.
Right?
So it's someone else's, correct?
It's not stealing. It's because
It's someone else's, correct?
Right.
That you're spending.
Right.
Isn't that a theft?
technically no.
What do you mean technically no?
Okay, I'm sorry.
If you go get my credit card out the car and you
Right.
go to the store and get gas, you're not stealing. You're not stealing. Came out. The first thing came out to my mouth was You took someone else's credit card and bought gas
Right.
without their permission.
Right.
Is that stealing? It boggles the mind that you have to take a second to think about this.
Yes.
Yes.
Because the reason why I'm saying it to you is because it's the way you're saying it. It's not the way I want it to be for it to be betrayed.
Not the way you want it to be betrayed?
Yeah, so so that's why I was quiet, because I kind of understand now your parable of if I stole the credit card. So here's the way I'm looking at it right now. In all reality, we know that if you give somebody your information, there's a possibility they could use your information in certain ways, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
If a person puts out a form and you voluntarily
put your information on there
and proceed to hand in the information, you give them everything they want, all the stuff,
it's still a fraud, though.
Okay, my point I'm trying to ask you is, where does the fraud occur?
I'm going to tell you right now.
All
when
right.
you fraudulently use information that I've given you for a purpose and use it for a different purpose without my knowledge and consent,
To make money.
that's what it doesn't have to be to make money. You could have
Okay.
used it to get on the train. You're not paying there. You could use it for anything. You could use it for passage going through school. Say you're me, but you're not me, but you going through school.
Right. Right. I get that.
That's identity theft. You use my identity to get something for your personal gain.
Here's the thing. People know about it and they still fill out these forms. Even the people who do surveys.
Because you thinking that you're dealing with a reputable place or business or individual. You're
Nope.
not thinking when you go down to fill out for a job that somebody's going to use that job application even though you're not hired and use your information.
I always ask somebody, what's the purpose of putting your social security number down? So they know how to track you, where to find you, where to show you get your money.
Yes.
All of the above.
Yes.
Yes.
But
yes.
is it absolutely necessary? That's the question to ask. Some places would say yes.
I'm not sure.
I've been asked that.
Okay.
Because I obtain people's information.
Right.
And I have asked that question for someone's social security number, and they had given it to me, and the same person asked me, do you really need that? And I told her no. She said, can you take it out? I said, yes. Because it is optional. Because
you
of the
don't use
field
it-
in which I work.
If you don't use their social, what do you use? Their date of birth?
No, I don't. Well, the date of birth is needed also. Your date of
Okay.
birth is needed more than your social.
Right.
But the social is just, it's also another way of connecting to you. And some places use it for an intent of billing,
Wow.
an intent of search. Say you move, and they can use your social to find out where you moved to. Whether it's to tell you something's wrong with you, you need to come back to the hospital, or or to obtain money for a bill that you caused.
Everything you do, you need to have some type of numbers, figures involved.
But that's just like
Date
when
of
you go
birth
to,
or-
it's like a receipt. When you
Yeah.
get a receipt, it has a number registering the purchase that you made.
I don't like that. No.
You don't like that there's a record of what you do?
No, I don't. No. I don't like the fact that because my whole thing is when you apply to these organizations, you're applying to the same organization over and over
Why do you say that?
because they all have the same information. They all have the same
But
information.
what makes it the same entity?
But what makes it not the same entity?
So you saying when you go to the hospital, give you information, and when you go to
Yeah.
Macy's, you give you information, it's the same thing?
Yeah, it's all part of.
So
it's-
Macy's should have your information? That's what
well,
you're saying?
my thing is it's all part of the same database.
No,
Okay, I'm sorry.
totally not.
Okay. I mean, when they go to look you up, police officers, or however you want to say it.
That's specific access.
Okay.
That's an individual that has access to put your social in there and anything on you to pop up.
I'm just saying that if you use certain database,
Right.
certain information, you punch in certain numbers, I can get a person's whole information.
Yes.
And I don't think it should be just.
But that only ones to have that ability is someone who has that authorization.
When you sign up, okay, so let's say what do we sign up? Let's use Facebook.
Okay.
Let's use Facebook because that has a privacy setting.
Go ahead.
Okay, so let's say a person choose, he doesn't want to go public, he just wants to interact with the people who subscribe or who to his page.
He wants to make his
Right.
page private. Only
But-
people who are his friends or whatever can see his page.
Right. So now what happens if it's a person outside? Because even though I've done that, our information has still gotten out there.
Now,
Our information has hit certain places that it shouldn't have hit.
now you crossed the question that you just
Okay.
put forth
All
a
right.
wall upon.
Okay.
You said your page is private.
Right.
So how would someone outside
That's the point I'm
get to
getting
your
at.
page?
I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
That shouldn't happen unless you allowed them in, or unless they seen it on someone else's page.
How to tell if someone is using your identity? Signs that someone is using your identity. Accounts you don't recognize on your credit report, unfamiliar transactions on your credit card or bank statements. The IRS says it's got more than one tax returns in your name. Now that's unusual. Now if you get the IRS calling you say, "Hey man, we got you what?"
I've had someone that I've known that did somebody down south was filing their taxes.
What?
Yeah. This was a couple of years ago. This is about 6 years ago.
But here's the thing:
There's
they're
a lot of
telling you.
weird things that go on.
They're telling you to check your credit card or your bank statements when you get it. Look for your purchases or your withdrawals if you didn't make it. So my point that I'm trying to say is, what if it's the credit card company and the bank who's stealing your identity?
More than likely, it's an individual that works for the bank that would be doing that, not the bank.
What I'm saying to you is that the banks give away. Okay, let's agree to disagree on something right now. Do you believe, in your opinion, not a fact, I don't want to look it up, your opinion, do you believe that companies give our information to people overseas or give accounts? Do they
Yes.
sell accounts to people overseas?
I wouldn't say sell.
Don't say sell.
They do business
Okay.
with overseas people, and the business is dealing with individuals' information, so that it is shared.
Okay.
Because there's always a clause that comes up that states that they want you to sign off on providing your information to somebody pertinent to your situation.
Okay, so we got that clear. We cleared that we know that our information travels overseas, whether they gave it, stole it, or it's an account. It arrives overseas, right?
Can our information reach overseas?
Yes. Okay, so now
Okay.
tell me, do you know what happens after that?
How would we?
That's the point that I'm trying to make. How can you tell somebody that you have identity theft protection when you can't even tell nobody where their identity? Why is that a secret?
Why?
If you-
Why is what a secret?
Why is it a secret that a lot of people know that you have accounts? Most of your people that you call your customer service representatives are overseas. Why is that a big secret for a lot of people?
It's not a secret. Because if you can Google it, it's not a secret.
Why do business with that company then?
Maybe it's cheaper for them to have. A lot of business have went
You should plug your laptop up so it'll cool off.
so to cool off,
Yeah.
and you say it ain't plugged up.
No, it'll be in the back.
I thought you said it was plugged up.
Not the power
Oh.
cord.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I thought it was plugged in.
The
It was.
fan,
I know what you're talking about.
yeah,
This here.
that there.
Oh. I thought you already had it
You
down.
gotta go another side.
Okay, I
Gotta
got that. Anyway, back to what you're talking about.
Back to what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm talking about trusting somebody taking my money who I realize shouldn't have my money in the first damn place.
So what you give it to him for?
Yeah, well, why would you sign up? I'm saying that. Why sign
So
up?
you talking about agencies like Chase?
Yeah, agencies like Chase,
Why would you do business with
credit
an
card
agency like
companies,
Chase?
credit card companies, people like anywhere that you got to use your debit or you have to connect customer service, Amazon, I don't give a shit.
Okay, well let's go into
Amazon?
identity theft protection.
I thought you were about to hit Amazon.
Nope, they got all kind of
Okay.
spywares and all kind of things to
Right.
protect you from identity theft.
From certain things.
Like and you can get insurance on that, as you was
Right.
talking about before.
Right.
Whereas if anything does come towards you or somebody tries to take a card out in your name or use your name or use your credit or something like that, that a wall will come up and you'll be protected. You can pay for things like that.
Right.
What's
Or when you die,
I'm trying to think
or
of the name
the
of the
insurance
one
company
keep
that
popping up on
when
my
you,
phone.
the insurance company that allows you to sign in certain aspects, so if you pass away, all your bills and things will be taken care of. All that requires identity theft too, because your information has to go around to pay off all your accounts.
Your information is already out there if you have accounts.
Right, but that's what
If
I'm
you
talking
have credit cards, your information
So when
is
a
out
person,
there.
so if you said to me the medical and what's the name, they don't, you believe they don't cross. That's what you
No,
said, right?
they don't.
So when your person dies, how the hell they get in touch with their loaners or what they owe that quick?
That's a different system. You
Okay,
have
I'm
to
sorry.
authorization to get to that.
Okay, I
You
apologize.
have to have authorization. It's a legal team that would do that, and they would have the authorization.
So you have to
just
have permission to be a.
bring up your credit and know who you owe.
All this is ripping everybody off. This is all
Think so? But that's why they have things to protect you.
highway
And they tell you-
robbery.
and they tell you to watch over your credit.
Not only is it highway robbery, but you got to pay interest when you're late, and you got to pay a monthly fee to keep up the robbery.
Oh, that's
That's
a whole
crazy.
So you talking about the robbery aspect? Well. You can go into IRS being no.
They are
you know
crooks.
what?
I don't care. We gonna get cut off now. Yeah, I
was
don't
about
care.
to
I
go
don't
to
care.
U.S. government and all
Fuck
that.
that. Come on, you got the truth. Got to be told, man.
Okay, well the truth is already out there. Like I
The
said,
truth
it's just
gotta be
who's
told.
paying attention to the truth.
They ain't paying attention.
We can go back to the one that
Mm-hmm.
that got me upset that time when you finally find out. This was years ago, but you
Right.
finally find out that when your money that you get is taxed about 9 times before you get to spend. Like if you got $10, they'll tax you on 9 of it. Then you finally get to spend your only dollar.
I told somebody if you get a bonus of $7,000, you lucky if you bring home 3. That's highway robbery at its fucking finest. Come on, man. Let's keep it a buck here.
Before you bring your check home, it's taxed.
Listen, these companies are designed to take from you first because someone takes from them.
No,
All right,
it ain't that.
I'm sorry.
It ain't that. It's,
I
you have to
apologize.
pay.
I apologize.
You have to pay to be in the United States. The United States is like a club.
I can understand
When you go in the club, you have to pay to get in, and that's what it is in the United States.
certain aspects. I can
Yeah.
understand that.
Now, I'm trying to get across my mind how welfare plays the part in that.
Right.
Because they're not paying, but then people say they're not living.
Right.
People that are living, considerably being the ones that have a job, you have to pay. You have to pay to live.
Okay.
You literally have to pay to live, and
Even-
they tax your dollar 5 times before you get to spend it.
Even welfare, they do the same thing.
What is
Anywhere that you have to put your information, you best believe you're out. And they proved that already. And we didn't even get a chance to talk about that yet, so I don't want to blow that.
No, but you can't go to welfare
Hold
in the
on now.
same aspect.
Hold on. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let
As
me.
far
Let
as
me.
the information
Hold on,
I'm
because
talking
you
about.
know what I'm saying. Don't do. Come on.
I don't know what you're saying.
There are some people in the welfare system, in the DHS system. I'm sorry I had to point that out there. Who take identity thefts from these people, and they collect checks in their names.
Well, that's something going down now. That's going.
But that's what I'm. It's the same thing. It's identity theft,
Oh
is it
yeah,
not?
of course.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Forget about it being done overseas. It's done in our backyard.
That's what I was telling you. You keep saying overseas.
I wanted to get overseas first. I wanted people to understand because Chase ain't messing around with nobody in the United States. They overseas. Everybody
Is it Chase the people you
and
think
Chase
that
is
you're talking to
Yes.
overseas?
And it's not them.
Next time you call and you get one of them,
You call that 1-800 number. It's not them. Not
you
Chase.
sure, but you're not sure.
I'm positive.
Why it can't be one of their people that's over here working?
I'm positive.
You're positive you're talking to somebody.
I'm positive I'm talking to
Bangladesh.
I don't even.
or
I don't care if it's
wherever.
Russia. And most of the time, is they make it seem like it's. You're right. It's like it's an Indian or
Yeah.
a Guyanese country or something. And those people are
They're
targeted.
not making you think that. That's
Well,
that's what you're getting on the phone.
Okay, you are. And I don't want to sit there and target that name in a country. That's why I just kept saying overseas. To sit there and name a country is not fair because they got to eat too. It's a business transaction where people are able to get, by making business for the highest bidder, they making a higher bid for your information.
But you feel like when you're expressing your information and your business and trying to clear it up, you should be able to talk to somebody that can fully understand you and you can understand them.
It should be more than that.
What more
So
than that
here's-
do you
here's-
need?
okay,
It's
so I'ma
somebody
give
that
you-
can
I'ma
understand
give you a
and you
pro-
can understand them.
Can I give you a prime example?
Go right ahead.
You are the only person I know who had the longest number in the world. You had that number for how long?
21 years.
You see what I'm saying? So 21 years, you would think that when you call T-Mobile, how many times have you had to speak to a representative?
Whenever I wanted something done.
Right. You had no problem. You got on the phone, they made it happen. They realized you were like, what you.
They didn't always make it happen. I was disappointed plenty
Okay,
of
well, I'm
times.
sorry, I didn't know that. I thought because of your 20 years experience, you would be considered to a lifer to a company like that.
They call it something else, but anyway.
Okay,
yeah.
so to that point, they know when your number rings to their customer service, you're not going to wait too long. Have you ever had?
No, that's not true.
That's not
you
true.
You got to wait long as anybody else. They don't
Wow,
know
that's-
They don't know the length of your contract by just you calling them. They
See?
have to go into your account and see that.
Okay, so once they go into your account and they see that
They
you're
go, oh wow, you've been a member with us a long time.
does it change?
No, the voice might get nicer, but the benefit don't.
Now compare that to when you call and Chase to get some information about what the F is going on with your account.
Okay, so first of all, let's put this out there.
Okay, go ahead.
That we don't share the same problems.
Okay.
With Chase,
You're
I
right.
don't have much of a problem with Chase. Usually, when I talk to somebody, I straighten it out. I'm good. I'm happy at the end of the conversation.
My days don't go like that.
That's exactly my point. So
Right.
we just had to put that out there that we don't have the same experience. With
I don't
Chase.
have a problem putting it out there. My point I'm trying to make.
But you do
is-
have a problem with Chase.
Yes. The point I'm putting out there is you're making it perfect. You're answering it perfect because it's not you. So you
With
got
the problem.
one, right? So you get 1 out of every 5 people, which is myself, and we go through this all the time. You be like, "Yo, what's the problem?" Chase. Remember they did that to me the other day.
You were always telling me about you having
Yeah.
a problem with Chase. I said, well, I don't have them problems.
and I'm saying
With
to
the
myself,
overdraft, we had conversations
About
about
overdraft.
We had conversations about the overdraft,
Right.
And
but I don't think it.
I don't have them problems.
See, and that's the thing. This wasn't even an overdraft problem. This was paying a bill problem. So what I'm saying to you, when you call Chase and you have to call your customer service line, that is very, very, very annoying when you have to sit there and talk to somebody who doesn't speak English. They can't speak English.
With
they
Chase?
don't. With Chase. Now I don't know what
I
foreign.
don't get the foreigners with Chase. I get them on them credit cards like when I had Capital Credit One or
Oh
something
man,
like that.
I get them. Man, I get them with Chase Mr. Richie. I may help you. Who? Who's Richa? That's how that goes.
Boy, that's how they pronounce your last name.
Listen, I'm not talking about the pronunciation. I'm talking about the voice and the language.
The
The
accent?
communicating. No, it's not the accent.
It is the accent.
I'm just being funny.
Right, but it is the accent
It's-
that
it's
those you be like, what?
It's not just the accent, it's the communication between two people who can't understand each other. But yet you're there to solve a problem of money that you haven't provided for me yet.
But you are both talking English.
Thank you.
No, I'm asking.
Yes.
basically.
No, because you're understanding what I'm saying now.
So you're not understanding each other, but you're both talking English.
So what purpose does it serve for you to sell? No, let me stop saying sell because I know you. What purpose does it serve for you to send our accounts overseas?
Okay, and I say again, that's a hypothetical thought that you having because maybe he's just somebody from there that's over here working.
I got to check.
That's why I said the next time you get on the phone, you got to be like, "Excuse me, are you in the United States?" Because you don't sound like you from here.
I'm pretty sure.
But you don't want to assume, do you?
Well, because I depend on the Federal Trade Commission to handle all of that. What? Well, I can't say that. I can't say I depend on, or because I saw it, I can't depend on them.
Where did you get that information from?
But that the Federal Trade Commission,
Oh, that's what you
consumer
looking
advice.
at?
Yeah, I'm reading it.
Oh, okay. I thought you just came out with that. That's why I
Nah,
was
brother,
wondering
I'm
where that
sitting-
came from. I'm like, where did that come from?
I went left field.
Talking about
Everything
the
I've been
Federal
talking about, I'm
Trade.
sitting here and I'm reading everything.
Oh, okay.
All of this is facts. They're telling you how to spot it, how to recognize it, how to deal with it, but still they do it. I mean,
You can purchase things like Norton or something like that to help you protect your credit.
but that's my
and
point.
your
You
identity.
have to purchase something from the government to get it protected by the government.
Is it really from the government?
I don't know who it's from. It's from Homeland Security.
Norton is a security.
I pay my taxes. If I pay my taxes, why do I got to pay you for fucking protection? I pay my taxes. That's part of my taxes. I'm a citizen. That's part of my taxes. If
That's
you
just like
FCC
saying,
the
why do you-
airways,
if you pay taxes already, why when you make a purchase you got to pay taxes?
well, I don't know.
Well, that's. It's a
I don't know.
double-
That's
when
a
you go
good
to-
one.
It's like a double and triple standard. I'm
You
telling
right. You right.
When you get your check, they tax your check, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if they already tax my money that I just made, say I
Right.
make $1,000 for the week, if they already tax that money,
Right.
why when I go buy something I got to pay taxes again?
I don't know. That's a good one.
When I cash that, if they give me a check and I cash it, they're gonna tax the check.
Not all states do that though. Because if I'm not mistaken, does Jersey doesn't do
I'm
that?
the only can speak of where I live.
Okay, I'm sorry. I apologize. You're right.
When listen, average person, I mean, before direct deposit and all of
Average
that,
Joe.
or average Billy, it could be anybody.
Okay.
Imagine you get they tax your check, you get
Mm-hmm.
your check, you're already damned because they done took $300-400 out your check for the week. Then you go to check cashing place with your check, you cash your check, they tax it again.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go buy groceries, they tax it again.
How many times do you think you're taxed on a check?
I said you get taxed about 9 times, and then you get to spend the last 10%.
No. I'm not talking about what you're talking about. I know you mean that. I'm saying, how much do you think that you actually get taxed on your check? You only could tell me what you see. What you don't see, what I'm asking. That's the main thing I'm asking. Like,
You have to, you know what you make, so you are seeing the tax if you're paying attention.
well, you usually don't get what you make either.
You don't get what you make because of taxes.
No, you don't get what you make because
Right.
see the way I hope I say this right now. I don't
I
sound
hope so,
like
too.
Yeah, I don't sound like an idiot. So
Truly.
usually the work week for some people to report your time in, your time sheets is usually my job I believe is a Tuesday to Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
So you may work a certain days, but you might not get the last 2 days you work on the following check. It
That's-
might be No, what I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying,
okay.
but that's just based on how it's set up.
Right.
But you still get what you work
Well, I
for.
didn't sound like an idiot saying it though.
No.
No, okay. That
No.
that was the whole concept of it. So
Oh,
I'm trying to
whether
say.
you sound like an idiot.
Well, I'm just
Okay.
saying you don't
All
always
right.
get what you get. Sometimes it gets held back on the week, depending on how they put the time
Oh,
in.
well, I misunderstood you saying don't get what you get. Like they automatically just say we're gonna hold this. You don't get that, but you
No.
can get the rest.
So the reason why I'm saying that is because now you just put me in a different tax bracket every time. Because if I decide to do overtime now you put me in a different tax bracket because the last 2 days are going to be added on from the last one that I did.
Well, if you already know that, then you do your overtime accordingly.
I think that's why people be changing their dependents.
No,
No?
that got to do with how many days how many shifts you work, or how many hours you work towards overtime. If you know, okay, usually it's a Sunday to Saturday is 7 days. Let's
Right.
just base it on that.
Base it
you
on that.
start working Sunday and you work to Saturday.
Right.
Based on it, then you'll get. But if you go into the next week, well, it depends on how you like you said, what day your check
Well, that's
ends
what I'm
on.
trying to
Your pay period ends on.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you can't justify a person's taxes because your tax takeout and your tax production is going to be different every check.
No.
Okay.
Because you're doing the same thing every week.
You're not doing the same thing every week.
Why you not? You're
you're
still
putting-
skipping that same 2 days
you're-
is on the end every week.
You're
When
putting
say-
the same numbers in every week, but you're not getting paid the same numbers of weeks.
you
You're always going
it's
to be
where your cutoff is at.
no, because you think about it. But when a person first starts, he works 2 weeks before he get a check, the average job.
You gotta
So that puts you always a week in the hole.
you gotta get in the flow depending on the job.
But-
Okay.
And the reason why they do that is because they give you 2 pay periods before they pay you. Because they have to calculate a week to keep a week and give you a week.
Again, depends on the job.
Okay, I apologize.
It just depends on the job. My job's not like that.
Okay, your job, you get paid, you get the money. I mean, you work the hours, you get the
you
money.
only get 1 weekend.
Okay.
You don't get 2.
Okay.
That's all.
When
That's
does your
the only
time go in?
difference. When is your time? Our time ends on Saturday.
Okay. So when does it go in?
Don't know.
Probably Monday morning.
For yeah.
Monday
yeah, I see
morning.
what you're saying. For that week.
Monday, no,
Yeah,
for
Monday or
last,
Tuesday.
No, for last week.
I know for the week that just passed. I'm saying.
Right.
Well, I said that week.
So you can't count. You can't count Monday on the last check. On this check, it's always going to be a Monday behind, because Monday is a kicking day.
No, it should be when
Okay.
your period start. If your period starts Sunday through Saturday will be on that check.
It's not when your period starts. It's when your time goes in.
No.
Okay.
Your time can go in any time, but they filing it for what you did last week. Correct?
Okay. Okay. Hey.
Ain't that how yours go? Yours
No.
is 2 weeks back.
Mine is 2 weeks.
Okay, still the same thing. They
It's not
filing
the
what
same
you.
thing. Why you getting upset? Because
I'm not getting upset.
There's
No,
a
I'm getting upset 'cause you're not
possibility.
understanding.
There's a possibility I could be right. Don't get upset. I'm telling you
Well,
that.
that possibility is
Oh,
very
wow.
low.
Wow.
Because you just said if you're doing this, you're getting every 2 weeks.
How you gonna just slap me? Like I'm telling you that the money is always withheld. Okay, so
Yes,
look,
because
okay,
that's how you work it in. That's how they do it.
So you get your 35 hours, right?
No.
No. What's your max? 40? No. What's your regular? 35.
37 and a half.
37 and a half. It's not 35 hours no more?
No, because y'all get an hour break. We don't get our break. That's why it makes yours 35 and mine's 37 and a half.
Oh. Damn, I'm glad I get an hour break. But you know that overtime doesn't start until you fill the 5 hours.
The 2.5
For you.
for me.
Yeah, because it's 30 minutes a
Right.
day.
Right.
Okay.
There you go.
I got you now.
Don't need no mustard because you know how to catch up. okay?
Watch out! I'm about to say something,
I
but
know.
that wouldn't have been. That would have been. I'd have
Yeah.
been way off. Glad I held my tongue. So
Good save.
no, it's just good to know, because we was having a financial guest today. This financial guest was here to teach us certain things. I guess he got caught up with certain. That's how we end up talking about money and identity theft and things like that. But hopefully we can get in touch with him and we'll be back with him, and everything will be back on the ball. But that happens when you have guests; they back out, things come up. But I thought talking about identity theft was crazy because it's even as
It's on an all-time high right now, though.
all time high.
I mean, how
I
many
agree
times
with
you
that.
get them calls that talk about? I get texts all day telling me about something simple like, "Oh, your package is on its way. We need to clarify delivery and all of that."
Right.
But when you look in the fine print, you know it's not who you ordered from, if you ordered at all. Sometimes I ain't ordered nothing, but they keep talking about a package is on its way. We need you to contact us to update delivery information.
Sometimes I'm scared. Sometimes I'm scared to get involved with ordering and things like that because you're not even sure what you're ordering. You're not even sure if the people you're ordering from.
Well, you
You know-
have to be. That's why most people stick to reputable places.
So we went through one time. I don't know if you remember this. You remember that time when Amazon first came out? There was the original Amazon, and then they had people who had the fake Amazon pages where you could click on, and oh man, it was a big thing.
I don't remember.
Certain logos, certain things would be, and I realized, and I said to myself, do you know the chance that you take when you order from places like Japan, China, these foreign places, and you giving these people your information which they already have?
Well, not really,
okay, I'm
because
sorry.
when you ordering, you don't put in your social security number and all that when you're ordering.
When I keep saying what I'm saying, is it like I'm blaming the countries overseas? Because I don't want to seem that way, but it just seems ironic how hard I work for the government to allow certain people to just give away my information.
But it is being stolen, so it is a
I'm
form
sorry,
of
I
fraud.
don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I'm sorry.
How could you wait?
All right, go ahead.
How could you not think so, knowing the history of the people that we know? That's all I'm gonna say. You know people, and I know people that used to just sit back and do this kind of thing.
That wasn't nice.
Okay, well you acting like you're a little.
We're
nice.
talking, okay, but you're,
Now you would have sugarcoated.
wow. We're talking about but we're talking about a higher level than us.
We wasn't talking about us.
Okay, I understand the part of, man, I don't even know how to, man, I'm going to just move on to, because that one right there, you just put me on the spot.
But
Now, what if I'm investigated? Huh?
you wouldn't be investigated by who we knew back in the days.
Well, I took something from who? Let me shut up, man.
See, that's
Yeah,
see,
that's
there
the
you
problem.
go, always telling
Yeah.
on your damn self.
That's you right. You right.
Nah, I
Let me
didn't do
shut
that.
up. Let me shut that up. All right, so look, now it said here's another way that you can detect. Track what bills you owe and when they're due. If you stop getting a bill, that could be a sign that someone changed your billing address. What about people who use email now?
What do you mean?
Because I don't get bills anymore. I don't get bills. Let's use cable.
You mean in the mail?
I don't get bills anymore. I get emails. My bills come to me through emails.
Go ahead.
What I'm saying to you is telling you,
You
here.
said you don't get bills no more, but you get email bills.
Right. So they're telling you that if you stop getting a bill, that could be a sign that someone changed your billing address.
I heard you when you said it
So
the
what I'm
first
saying to you is my billing address, and I use it, right? But I don't give an exact address. I use my email address. Can they also steal from your email address to change your billing?
You haven't had somebody's online thing get hijacked?
Right. I never really saw that.
I did.
Since they switched to email, I've seen bogus emails because it's like a company is saying if we had to get in touch with you, we would never send you an email or a text
That's a certain agency.
That's a certain
That's
right.
the IRS.
because that but yet the IRS do text you on certain things though.
Okay.
So-
I would think would be suspect.
So what I'm saying to
They
you
only
is
text you if you ask them to text you.
right, but either way, it's telling you that you have to if the person changed your billing address. So what I'm saying to you is if you're not using a billing address and you're using the email address, are they capable of changing it too?
I don't know.
That's what I'm asking. Like,
Okay.
that was difficult?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they can
So
change
why
your
you just
email.
could say you didn't know? You made me see.
I just said you do. I don't know.
made me feel like I was sitting on a 1,000-pound book on my head, and I'm sitting on a 1,000-pound book on my head. I didn't believe I just said that. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm a little off tonight, but I'm I'm off, but I'm on. I know what I'm talking about. I realized that a
Nobody
lot
else
of
does.
yeah, they do. For those who understand, for those who have direct deposit, who get what you call those notices, how the bank lets you know every time you withdraw, you move left, you move right.
Those are alerts.
They work out well.
Yes, they
They
do.
have your email to contact you. What I'm saying to you, if your email gets hacked, is that like changing your address?
It's an email address.
Right. It's another form of way for them to do identity.
It is an address.
It is an address? Okay, that's what I was asking. Wow. It gets to the point now where your email becomes your address. That's dangerous.
Well, that's what it.
So what happens to your physical address? Does it no longer exist in the credit world?
Of course.
Or does that?
Because when they come get you and knock on your door, that's where they knock at. They can't knock on your email.
That was a good one. I had to wait for it. I knew. Wilbert Montgomery, man. Only Wilbert Montgomery. Okay. They're not gonna knock on your email.
Man, somebody's your address. Your address is no good no more because you're using everything with the email.
Okay, now
It just limits your mail.
Here's we're gonna talk about this, and I'm not even gonna say it. And I'm gonna mention this. Many companies sell identity theft protection services that may include crediting monitoring, identity monitoring, identity recovery service, and identity theft insurance. These services also might be offered by your bank or credit union, credit card provider, employees benefit program, and insurance company.
That's what Norton does. That's what Norton does. That's what LifeLock does.
But at the same, I can't see this. See, the main thing here is many companies sell identity theft protection services that may include. So what I'm saying to you, if these companies are selling the items to protect my identity, why do you have accounts overseas where my information is floating?
Because they cannot keep your information from floating. So that's why you buy the protection.
Do you not watch YouTube? Do you not see that all these scammers and whatever are coming from these foreign countries?
We have scammers and all that right here.
Do they have my information?
Yes.
I have yet to
That's
see.
why you buy protection.
Am I making it seem
to
like
prevent them from messing with you?
Am I making it seem like the foreign company is the problem? It's not. I'm trying to make people understand that these big companies we pay money to protect, where we put our money at, where we provide to pay credit and do all this stuff for us, are selling our information. You don't know. You could be somewhere living twice in the third world country. How do you know? You keep saying no, shaking your head. You don't even know.
I'm not shaking my head. No, I'm just shaking my head at you.
Because I said it?
Seemed like you had a racist situation.
I didn't have a racist situation. This is what's being reported, man.
Okay.
If I wanted to talk gun violence, I wouldn't talk.
All identity theft is happening overseas.
But I'm saying if I was talking,
that's what you're saying.
If I was talking streets and gun, I wouldn't be talking about. I'd be talking about my backyard. This is something different.
You can go overseas and talk about streets and guns too, because
I didn't read
wars going on over there.
I didn't read about wars, and I read
about the wars in Israel.
Identity theft insurance that the companies
you read about the wars
that
in
I'm
Haiti?
selling my identity. That I'm selling identity theft to.
They're over there fighting over your information.
And they're selling my information over there. You talking about
You keep saying selling.
They sold it.
They offering it.
Phone ringing 5-6 times a day. So we would like to know if you would like to upgrade the insurance on your house.
Those are salesmen.
How do you not even have a house, man? Huh?
Are you listed in the phone book?
I don't know where I'm listed at. I don't know.
You see?
This is something
you
new.
don't know.
Do you?
Do I know if I'm listed in the
Do
phone
you
book?
know if you listed in the phone book?
I'm not listed in the
How
phone
do you
book.
know?
Because I'm not.
I haven't seen the phone book in 20 years.
That don't mean you ain't listed.
Do you see the phone book in New York streets anymore? No.
Yes, you can find a
Where
phone
you
book.
gonna find a phone book?
You don't use one. That's why
Anybody
you
who
don't have
watched
one.
this or who see it, if you know where a phone book at, put the shit in the comment. I'm dead serious. I haven't seen a phone book in New York City in 20 damn years, and I'm 55 years old. He lying. If he lying, he ain't flying, and he ain't seen a bird all day. I'm telling y'all. Now he looking it up. He looking it up now.
You asked the question.
Big ass letters.
I don't know how that happened. Oh man, see, this is what you let me borrow,
I'll let you borrow. I did.
and
I had to change it. I gotta
acting
upgrade.
crazy.
I gotta upgrade
Where,
it, man.
it says, "Where can I buy stamps?" That's not what I was looking for. See,
I'm telling you. It's crazy. I don't know, man. They're making it hard to spend money. That's all I can tell you, man. Everything is being tax waxed, and it's just crazy.
what? Look how the words are just changing by itself.
What's the word? Maybe the thing that could be crooked. I don't know. You ain't hitting back. What's wrong, man? You frustrated over you let the little
Yeah, I'm frustrated.
little ass computer. The thing is only gonna punch out what you punch in.
Nah, I didn't punch all of this.
You didn't punch all that?
No, I didn't.
Did you exit out though? No, you didn't either. This ain't work, man. This ain't patience.
Ah, shit.
Yeah.
See,
Come on, man.
see,
What? Go ahead.
nah, I was trying to Google where can I get a phone book at. It's telling me free phone book lookup. It's telling me I can look it up right here. I don't need a phone book.
They don't look. They don't exist no more.
So, does telephone companies exist?
no.
So Bell Telephone Company is not there on the
What you-
Grand
what
Concourse
you-
no more?
No.
That's not there no more.
No. Who-
Okay.
Okay, so I want to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Where you see a landline at?
You mean a payphone?
Where you see the landline at? So
You can get a landline anywhere.
Who's the landline company? That's what I'm asking you.
Well, I just mentioned it. You said it ain't there no
Who?
more.
But I'm saying to you, who in their house? There's no connection.
Verizon still has landlines. What are you talking
No,
about?
Verizon has the cable that connects to, just like Cablevision. That phone connects to the. There's no landline where you can say, "Yo, call the phone
There
company."
is a landline where you can plug into the wall and you put your phone.
You're not
No?
listening. You're not listening.
You tell me about the Wi-Fi. I'm not talking about that.
Can you listen to me?
You said landline.
Can you listen?
Okay. But talk about landline.
Okay.
Go ahead.
When you do the Cablevision, your landline is in the back of your cable box.
No.
It's in your modem.
No.
That's what the modem's for.
The modem's for to give you a phone line. That's not a landline. Landline is from the land. Landline is when you put the wire in the wall, not in the box. Oh man, I can't. I ain't doing this with you today.
Yeah. And then he slams the table on me, people. Y'all know, I want y'all to make sure you comment. He's slam the table. I'm telling him that is the look. Okay,
What?
so
That is the what? What you was about to say?
9X Bell South.
That is the
Bell-
what? You was about to say that's the new landline.
That is the new landline.
No, you get landline is landline.
Right,
That's
that is-
just like saying you in the middle of the water, but we on land.
A landline is a phone that's connected, like you
To-
said, through the circuits. Right?
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay, so isn't your cable or your Verizon is connected to the wall? You have to run the cables to connect.
That's for a cable line.
Okay, hey man.
Landline is
There's no
landline.
more phone companies to come in and put phone lines in. They don't do that anymore.
lost your mind.
Okay.
Verizon does it. It says it right there.
Look up-
Directly to landline subscription with Verizon.
Click it.
What do you mean click it?
And I guarantee you they're talking
to
about...
get a phone book. Now I didn't even read this before. Remember I
Right.
looked up phone book? The answer's right there. To get a phone book, you can call your phone service provider and request one.
Who's your phone service provider? Your phone...
They telling you who to call. Verizon.
Your phone... Verizon's not your phone service provider. You can
That's
call...
not my phone service
No,
provider,
they're-
but if I want a phone book, that's
they're-
who you get it from.
They're telling you that you could call your phone service provider. Who's your phone service provider?
Me personally?
Yes.
It's T-Mobile.
Right.
Right,
So,
but no.
No.
You
Call
gotta-
T-Mobile and get a phone book.
No,
See? Why not?
they don't provide phone books. Now, that phone company doesn't provide phone books.
Neither does Verizon.
It says it, so that's lying?
You know what their phone book is?
Is this lying?
Yes.
To get a phone book, you can call your phone service provider and request one. And it tells you which one. Directly to landline subscribers only. You have to have a landline phone and you go to Verizon.
But what is it? Okay, let me see.
Go ahead. I'm showing it to you.
I'm gonna punch in landline companies. That's how you gonna.
That's what I have right here. It says Verizon, Fairpoint, and Frontier.
Landline companies. I gotta look for myself.
Go ahead.
Landline companies. Look at that. Spectrum.
Okay. Spectrum is one too. Keep going.
One landline phone service is $8.99 first. These
said they don't have
are all cable people. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Residential phone plans unlimited nationwide. There are no such thing as landline phones because there's no more.
So this thing is lying.
Yes.
This is the same thing you looking
Look,
at.
if you go to the AT&T store, it's a mobile phone
You need
store.
to break down your search.
AT&T store is a mobile phone. Remember AT&T 9X Bell?
AT&T started out with landline.
All right, you don't want to hear that.
Right?
It's okay. You don't got to hear it. You gonna look. You the
Yes or
boo-boo.
no?
You going to be boo-boo today.
No, look. I got it there. I ain't got to move. You searching.
Best
It's there.
landline home phone service providers of 2024. This is from the Books of Forbes.
That's 2024.
Best landline phone service provider of August 24. Let's get into it. Let's see who is the best. Vasat, which is a cable company. Optimum, which is a cable company. Verizon, which is Fios, which is a cable company.
No.
Now, let's go on and we shall keep
Verizon
moving.
was a landline before it was Fios.
Best landline home phone providers of 2024. Vonage, which is a cable company. Community Phone, which is a cable company. Spectrum by Charter, which is a cable company. Frontier, best for no contract. Which
I have Frontier
is a
here.
Cable
You
company.
don't even have Fairpoint.
My point that I'm trying to tell you, there are no more landlines. You have to.
That's not true.
It is true.
You can call right now Verizon and tell them you want a landline phone, and they'll put a phone plug
They would
right
put
into
a
the wall.
modem in the
No,
the
they
room.
would not. They'll put the box on the wall. You plug the wire in, and you had a phone.
Tony,
Man, go ahead.
Nobody does the box.
Go ahead, man. No, go ahead. Sorry. If it ain't a box, it ain't a real landline. Landline, you can't move. You just plug in and talk. I said it. I say it again.
Yo,
Anyway, people, y'all out there, y'all watch y'all credit. Y'all keep close
Yeah,
eye on
okay.
your finances. And we'll pray for y'all.
and make sure y'all don't ask the phone company for the landline.
You the one started with the landline.
He talking about the landline. Ain't no landline.
You started with the landline, and I looked it up, and it told me, no, you said phone book. Phone book. You can get a phone book. See how many of them can get a phone book?
You can't get a phone book. There's phone books don't exist. What you get is
So what is this saying to me then?
because that's basically your phone book is that you would have to go to your
No,
book. Okay,
go
you don't
ahead.
want to hear
Basically,
it.
that's what?
You asked me
Basically,
a
that's
question.
what?
No, you told me no.
No, you about to get yourself caught up.
You
Go
told me
ahead.
no. You told me
Go
no.
ahead. I know he's no.
I didn't
'cause
even get a chance to
You
finish.
must have read it. That's why you
said
stopped.
No,
No, that's not what that said.
Because I was looking. You hit me with the no.
Go ahead.
What I'm telling you is that they'll let you know that you can get a phone book. But you know what that phone book consists of? What they do is take your contact list and they put it on your website. That's your phone
This
book.
is not a screen. They're gonna send you a phone book in the mail. What are you talking about?
Look,
They're
anybody,
not talking about on a screen.
anybody who knows, please tell me how you can get a phone book.
I just showed you how you get a phone. Read that, man. Read
Call
what that
your
says.
phone service provider and request one. That's all
Keep going. No, keep going. It tells you which one.
provides you one free directory to landline subscribers with
Landline
Verizon.
subscribers.
Standpoint and Frontier, you can call them. But subscribers, you know what subscribers are in this day and time?
Landline
Okay.
subscribers.
I'm done.
That doesn't, cause that's not us.
I am done.
We're not landline subscribers.
I'm done. You're right. I'm a mobile guy. I'm a mobile guy. I got some mobile phone.
That's Samara speaking.
That's I know a cheap shot. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all have a good night tonight, man. Get home safe, man. The weather the last couple of days have been nasty. It's going to be beautiful the next couple of days. Make sure you get the kids out. Make sure you jump around, get on down. Anything you want to say to them?
Not nothing they ain't gonna learn about soon. There's
Watch
a new
out.
variant of COVID coming out,
Watch out.
so you might want to be careful.
Ooh.
Stay up on your news or what's going on. And fourth and foremost, wash your hands,
Wash your hands.
cause it ain't over, people.
It ain't over, people. Have a good night, man. Later, y'all. Later.